regardless of the matatus and everything that is going on. I hope you're having a fantastic one. So I call upon Dr. Lucita, who is going to introduce Power Monday to us, and then after that, she's going to give us the form of the week.
Thank you, Lady Noel. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How is your Monday? It's a beautiful Monday morning. We thank God for today. We're almost finishing the month of May. And as it's been our culture, we demystify the fact that Mondays are boring days. We set the pace for the week. That is where we are the Power Monday. We meet every single Monday as from 7:15 to 8:15, as long as it's not a public holiday in Kenya. We discuss diverse topics, we talk personal development, and the session is absolutely free. Not only do we meet virtually, we meet physically as what we term as meet and greet. Each quarter we meet, and the last quarter is culminated with a dinner. And you couldn't miss this year's dinner. The itinerary is in the group. And why are you not in the group, by the way? Mbona hauko? Why not? Please follow up the procedure of joining the group, and it will be a pleasure to have you there. Thank you so much for the board for allowing us to be here, and thank you for heeding to the call to start Power Monday. So today I want to have a little bit of Sheng from County 046. I have been learning a little bit of Sheng here. So I want to have a poem titled Nibiya Maisha, with the current affairs that are going on. So Nibiya Maisha, good morning Monday. Good morning Nibiya Maisha. You see, the fuel prices have gone up again and again, tena na tena. And suddenly a boda ride feels like a loan application. A matatu conductor looks at you like, boss, hii route si ya mchezo tena, because mafuta imepanda. And when mafuta rises, everything rises with it, you see? Even Mama Mboga will adjust her potato prices. And have you noticed tomatoes are like the gold? It's like, oh God, mzae lazima calculate pesa ya mkate before akupe pesa ya transport. The students count the coins quietly because tumelan count pesa kwa mfuko na ni kama coin haina value siku hizi. Hoping by lakini si fair, nilikuwa tu na fair ya leo, lakini by jioni sijui nitarudaje nyumbani, because this is not about petrol. No, it trickles down to the pressure of the dreams, the pressure of survival, the pressure of an ordinary Kenyan citizen trying to make it from Monday to Friday, and still we say, we be still, and we know that we will survive, because we survive every time. You see, we are chasing the wind, lakini tunasema leo lazima itajipa, leo lazima itakubali. We keep on complaining, tutalalamika kidogo, but we will survive. We survived the traffic, we survived the air, we survived COVID, we survived promises. Imagine hata heartbreak we survive. Mbona tuzi survive? Even being in Kenya is a survival itself, man. We survive the taxes. You've seen even the finance bill. Have you seen it? To survive, because what are we? We are the powerhouse. What are we? We have the software of surviving. And the day moves on. With resilience, we hustle. With faith, with umoja. Na ninasema asanteni. Alafu, nasi wiki jipe. Asante.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lucita. Thank you so much. That was such a awesome, entertaining little vibe. To be Ati, um, she said that tomatoes ni gold saizi. So if you have 10
True.
tomatoes in the house, trust me, you need security. Thank you so much, Dr. Lucita. Dr. Lucita is our official poet here on Power Monday, and we are really grateful of her. Dr. Lucita, thank you so much. You have been with us for quite some time, and we do not take it for granted. Asante sana. So I call upon Mercy Accord, who is going to introduce the guest speaker of the day.
Good morning, Power Monday. It's a beautiful day, and I have the privilege of introducing the speaker of the day this morning. Our speaker of the day is none other than our very own Mercy Makau, who is a double award winning HR consultant, a career coach, the intelligence champion, and AI trainer, and a member of Institute of Human Resource Management. Mercy offers a range of HR consulting services, including recruitment, HR audits, HR policy development, and setting up HR departments. As a career coach, she helps people become more employable through resume writing, cover letter writing, LinkedIn optimization, and interview coaching. She has helped thousands optimize their LinkedIn profiles and has recruited several candidates through the platform. Mercy also trains HR professionals on how to integrate AI into their daily work. As a intelligence champion, she advocates for involving all generations in the workplace. She believes that everyone has something valuable to contribute, regardless of age, and that every generation plays an important role at work. Mercy is passionate about educating people on LinkedIn because she has used it to recruit talent, secure job opportunities, and build professional connections. So let's join together in welcoming Mercy to at least share with us some insights this morning. Karibu sana Mercy.
Thank you, my namesake, Mercy, for such a wonderful introduction this beautiful morning. As the song goes, Alfajiri ya kunipendeza, meaning indeed it's a beautiful morning. What a wonderful pleasure to share with you about this blue gold mine. Now, before I begin, I want to see how many of us have got LinkedIn profiles. As long as you open the LinkedIn profile and it's just there, I want to see through the comment section, you can just say Y to mean yes or N to say no. Remember, we are here to learn. We are not going to judge you at all, at all. Okay, I can see Pam is saying why. Yes, she has a LinkedIn profile. Cynthia Wanyonyi has a LinkedIn profile because she has said yes. Dr. Lucita, the poet, as we have heard, she's saying she has a LinkedIn profile. Asunda says that she has a LinkedIn profile. Eva Ngota says yes. Adejumoke Airuhoya. So I hope I pronounced it well. Adejumoke Airuhoyo says they have a LinkedIn profile. Dennis Momesu says that he has LinkedIn profile. Sarah Nakafiro says yes. Caroline says yes. Osea, yes. Richard, yes. Dreamcrest, that is Mercy Okoth, says yes. Brian M, yes. Razia, yes. Murithi, yes. Nerea, all these people. Sammy and June. This therefore means today I'm talking to the right people. I see Nerea Grace says that not used it in years. But now you don't have to worry because today we will be demystifying it. The same case to Ade Jumoke. They say, so now, my people, if you have LinkedIn app in your mobile phone, then you already have the gold mine. Now, the beauty with our gold mine is, unlike the other gold mines, it is blue in color. Now, they say ever since employees started quitting quietly, also employers started hiring quietly. All right. And they also say nowadays customers stopped going physically to the shops. And if you meet trainers, sales trainers like OPP, they will tell you that people buy from people. And if you study Coca-Cola, you will learn that they have invested so much in their marketing, yet they are well known. Now, for you, as a professional who wants to grow in your career, as a business person who wants to get clients, therefore, what stops you from promoting yourself? If big companies like Coca-Cola are promoting themselves, and LinkedIn came, as they said, we want to give you this free platform so that you can sell yourself. Remember, life is all about sales. We sell each and every day. Now, how can we dig this gold mine then? All right. Now, join me this morning in this journey as we learn how can we make, or rather, how can we dig this gold mine together? Allow me to share my screen. All right. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I hope I'm also audible so far.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you so much. Now, as I said earlier on, I am a career coach and I talk about resume writing. Now, I like calling it the traditional resume or the old-fashioned resume. Why do I like calling it that way? Because one characteristic of those resumes, first of all, they are written in a PDF. Okay? Unless a recruiter like Mercy asks you for your resume or OPP or Lady Noel, then they'll have no chance to get to know who you are. Okay? I always advise people that a standard resume should have 2 pages. But that's not the case with LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, you can sell yourself however you want, and nobody is going to restrict you. All right? They are not going to tell you that you should have this number of pages or anything. It's up to you to decide, how do I want to market myself? It all depends on you. They have given you the authority in your hands. All right? Now, for you to start selling yourself on LinkedIn to clients or to employers, the one important thing you need to do is something we call the LinkedIn optimization. All right? Now, you could ask yourself, what is LinkedIn optimization? In simple words, LinkedIn optimization is basically filling in LinkedIn sections with relevant keywords related to what you do. All right. If you are an entrepreneur and you deal with ICT things, have you used the relevant keywords in your LinkedIn profile? If you are a human resource professional like me, have you used the relevant keywords in your LinkedIn profile? All right. Now, why is it important for you to optimize your LinkedIn? The first thing is because for the marketers in the house, they will agree with me. There is something called search engine optimization. All right. In simple terms, it means how fast will you appear on the search engine once we start searching for you? If we start searching for Dr. Lucita, will we see her? If we start searching for Lady Noel, will we see her? If we start searching for OPP, will he appear? That is what we call search engine optimization. And now we optimize it basically through the use of relevant keywords. All right. The other thing why it is important is because it improves your professional credibility. All right. Now, a well optimized LinkedIn basically gives people the first halo effect. I keep on telling people that we've been lied all along. People no longer judge books by their covers. No, people actually judge books by their covers. I remember we were told don't judge a book by his cover, but people judge books by their covers. All right? And your LinkedIn is your cover. How do you want people to see it? And again, the other importance of optimizing your LinkedIn profile is because it gives you networking opportunities. Let me give you an example. Now, I've been using LinkedIn from 2023 in April. I remember vividly. On LinkedIn, I made connections. And I remember there is a time we had a camp together for LinkedIn creators, or rather people who were active on LinkedIn. That was back in 2024. And we met people who have given me jobs. I have also given them jobs and I've connected them to various opportunities. A good example is like there is a day we coordinated it together with our founder here, OPP, to bring one of the people who we had met at that forum from LinkedIn. She was called Sharon Mayoka. She was talking something to do with virtual assistant. Why? It was because of LinkedIn. Were it not for LinkedIn, we could have never met. And now ask yourself, how many opportunities out there are you missing? Basically, because you don't have a LinkedIn profile or you opened it but you are not well visible. Now, enough of talking about LinkedIn optimization. What does it really entail? And in this session about LinkedIn optimization, I will be taking you step by step to show you how to go about LinkedIn optimization. Therefore, get ready for this free masterclass. Okay, for those of us who don't have LinkedIn or who have never used LinkedIn before, this is how you go about it. Right? Now, as you can see, let me bring this one here. Okay. Just a minute. Let me bring it there. Now, what happens is, let me close so that we can go step by step. All right. You open a new tab as you have seen me open. And then you search for the word LinkedIn. LinkedIn login. Like that. All right. Now, if you have your LinkedIn profile already, you will go to login, the first one. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, then you will go to sign in. All right. So because for me, I have a profile, I just go to login like that. All right. And then it takes me directly to my LinkedIn. All right. Now, this is how basically a LinkedIn profile looks like. Now, if you want to have a look at your now personal LinkedIn account, this is home page anyway. This is home page. So what happens is you go under this image, you will see your image as you can see here under mine. All right, let's just give it a moment. Okay, you see your image there, then you will click on it like that, and then you will click on view profile. All right, now remember, we are trying to do LinkedIn optimization. Now, what are the key elements of LinkedIn optimization? Basically ensuring that your LinkedIn looks good. The first thing you want to work on is your profile picture. Okay, this is what we call the profile picture. Profile picture is basically what people see when they open your profile. All right. Now, what are key features of a good profile picture? Right. The first thing, as you can see here, you should have a clear background. I hope you can see it there. We have a clear background. All right. Now, if you don't have a clear background, the other alternative will be you need to blur your background. All right. Now, the other important thing you also need to note about the profile picture is it is basically passport size. As you can see, passport size, I mean, you don't have to put the whole self, or rather from head to toe. No, just the upper part of the body is very much okay. Now, how can you get a better profile picture? There are various ways of doing that. The first thing is obviously what we all know. You can go to studio and get a good headshot. The other thing is to leverage the use of artificial intelligence. Remember, I said that earlier on, I do train people about artificial intelligence. Therefore, I'll be showing you how you can use artificial intelligence to get a better profile picture. Now, the first incidence, remember, as I told you earlier on, it's very, very important to ensure that the profile picture actually focuses on you as the person. And that means if you have a background, then you might need to remove it. And the first tool I'm going to show you is a tool called BG Remover. BG Remover helps you in removing the background of your image, which could be distractive to people. Let me show you. Now, how do you go to BG Remover? Again, you open a new tab. This is how you open a new tab. You just click on this addition sign there. All right. And then you search for, as I said, it's called BG. BG is an acronym of background remover, like that. It's yellow in color, this one here. All right. So you open it like that. All right. So I'll be showing you using an example of an image which is in my laptop. Now, once you open it, you will click where it's written upload image, like that. All right. Now, here I have got several images which I can use. Now, let me use this one here, which has got a black background, as you can all see. All right. Now, here it is working in the background to remove the background, as you can see here. Yes. So there we have our image without a background. Okay, now what happens is you go ahead and you click on download, and then because you are using the free version, you just click on the first option there, free, like that, and then you have got an image with no background, as you can see here. As you can see, it doesn't have any background. Okay, that means if you have an image which has got a background, then you can use BG Remover to remove the background. Now, the other thing you need to use, now remember this was for removing a background, all right? But I had the image. Now, there is this person who doesn't have the image and they don't have the time. Understand, especially for entrepreneurs, we are very busy people, and even getting that time to go to Photoshop can be very difficult for us. Now, this is where AI comes in. Now, my favorite model is Gemini when it comes to image editing. Okay, so I just go to Gemini. Gemini is an LLM which is very, very free to use. All right. Now, what happens here is, remember, another important thing when it comes to professional photo is that you should be well dressed. All right. Now, what happens here? I will ask it to redress me. Okay. Let's say I want to be in black suit, right? So I'll ask it. Remember, there is something called prompt engineering, which you should give it detailed information. But since we have limited time and this is for learning purposes only, I will just give it the prompts most of us have been giving it, but very important for us to later on and go and learn about prompt engineering. So let me do that first, okay? So I just tell it to redress me in black trouser suit with a white shirt and a white background, right? And then I'm going to upload my image. For me to upload my image, I'm going to click on this addition sign there, then upload files, all right? And then here is my image, of course, all right? Then I'm uploading it, and then I click on send. Remember, for those who are of us who have joined us, we are trying to learn about LinkedIn optimization. And we've said the first important thing when it comes to LinkedIn optimization is ensuring that you have a very good profile picture. Okay. And a good profile picture, the first thing is you should have a clear background. And if the background is not clear, then it should be blurred. It should be passport size. Okay. It should be passport size and you should be well dressed. Now, as you can see here, I have been already redressed in a black trouser suit. Therefore, I'll just go ahead here. I will download and then I will crop. And then once I crop it, I will upload it in my profile picture here. And that's how I'm going to get a very good profile picture. As you can see, it's very, very difficult unless someone is very smart actually to know that I have used this AI thing to redress me. Now, what excuse will you have for having an outdated profile image? Think about it. Now, what happens is if you now want to update, you click here where it's written update, and then you will upload your image. The other thing you need to do is we have something called frames. For those of us who are open for career opportunities, you click on open to work. And then if you are hiring, you can put this one here for entrepreneurs and business owners. You can put it here so that in case someone is looking for opportunities, they can always come to you. That's all about profile picture. Okay. The other important thing when it comes to LinkedIn optimization is the banner. This is what we call a banner. As you can see, banner appears behind your profile image. This is what we call a banner. Now, remember here, as I said earlier on, LinkedIn is basically for sales, and you are selling, and you have to sell in every single opportunity you're given. Okay, what are important things to include in your banner? The first thing is your contact information. If I'm looking for the services you are offering, or I want to offer you that job that you are looking for, how can I reach out to you? And that's why for me, as you can see here, I've already given out my contact information. I've also given out my email address. If someone wants to reach out to me, they can easily reach out to me through this thing. Okay. Again, I've also written down some of the services that I offer, because for me, I am an entrepreneur. Okay. For you, if you are looking for opportunities, you can actually write what you are good at, so that and enter is called head hunting. So the person is called head hunter. Therefore, when an head hunter comes in your profile, they can actually see, oh, so Makau does ABCD. You can actually sell yourself better. Now, in this next session, I'll be showing you how you can come with a LinkedIn banner. And here is the pro tip. This tip is absolutely free of charge. Okay. Now, for you to come up with a LinkedIn banner, you again, we can, you open a new tab. This is how you open a new tab, like that. And then in this section, we are going to use one of my favorite graphic designing tool called Canva. This is how we write Canva. Canva.com. Then click on that search. All right. Now, the beauty with Canva is because you don't need to come up with something from the scratch. Canva gives you what we call templates. Therefore, you at home page, you'll see somewhere written templates. Therefore, you just click on templates like that. All right. Now, once you click on template, remember here we are trying to create a LinkedIn banner. Therefore, you will just search for LinkedIn banner. Now, this is the beauty with Canva again. You don't have to keep on scrolling and searching for something. You can just basically search like I have searched here. Okay, and remember we are looking for templates. Now here it will give you countless templates, all right? Now, what happens with Canva, these ones which don't have a gold crown, they are free of charge. These things are free of charge, okay? These ones, I want to look for one which has got a tag so that I can show you how it looks like, but seems like it's not here. But now these ones, because they don't have any golden crown, you can use it. You can use any of this. Now, let's say you have loved this one more. All right. So now this is what I was meaning. Now this one, because it has got a golden crown, and this one also has got, this is what we call a golden crown. This one, golden crown, golden crown, golden crown, golden crown, golden crown. Okay. Now this one means for you to use it, you should have been using Canva Pro. But now here, remember, we are using Canva for free, and we are also trying to learn how you can get this free of charge, or rather at a lower cost, as an entrepreneur or as someone who wants to advance in their career. So you click on customize this template. Okay. Now, what happens here? Now you can edit however you want. All right. So let's say you are called Henry. Here you will just write Henry. Let's say you are Henry Omonti. All right. What do? You are HR consultant. So you just say HR consultant. Which other service do you offer? Blah, 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 like that one. Do you have a website? You can include it there. How do you want people to get to you? You include it there. Do you like this color? No, I want blue. So you just click here where we have that color. This is black. Then you click, this is where we have the colors, okay? So because for you, you want blue, you again come here and search for blue, like that. So which blue do you want? You want this one, all right? You like it. Now you just come here where, let's say you already like it. Remember um, you have the permission to do however you want with your LinkedIn profile. But remember, we are just learning. Now, let's say you already like it. Then you go here and share like that, and you download it here. You already have your LinkedIn banner, all right? So you download it as a PNG, okay? All right. Now, as you can see, we already have our LinkedIn banner. There we go. Okay. Now, how do you upload it? You just come here like that, and then you want to edit a cover page. So you click there, edit, and then you change the photo here. You're going to change it. That is, if you have created a better one. If you don't have any, then you can always upload it there. Okay. Now, the other important thing when it comes to, now we are done with the profile picture. That was the first section. The second section was the LinkedIn banner. The third section is called the LinkedIn headline. This is what we call the LinkedIn headline, the one which I have highlighted. Now, why is LinkedIn headline important? It's important because that's what people get to see when they get into your profile. And therefore, this takes us back to what I was talking earlier on, the importance of using keywords. All right. Now, what do you do? Okay. So for me, first of all, I've written here I am an award winner because again, when you win award, it also increases your credibility. It shows that people have trusted you and they have seen your work, right? Let's say if you are in Howther, you can still write here, you are in Howther. Okay. Now, I've also written that I am a HR consultant. What do? I do recruitment, I do HR policies, I'm a career coach. If someone is looking for a CV, for LinkedIn optimization, interview preparation, or again, if someone is looking for a high trainer or someone who can talk about generation or something, then they can always reach out to me. Okay. Now, there are different ways of writing these things. Now, remember, the important thing you need to know is this headline profile is usually restricted to 220 words. Therefore, you would rather be very careful about what you are writing here. Okay. Now, you can just write here like me, but there are people who choose to show the impact. For example, here I can say how many organizations am I supporting? So I could say HR consultant helping. How many organizations have I helped so far? Organizations in HR, recruitment, and such things. Okay, I'm a career coach. How many CVs have I optimized? Obviously, I've optimized over 1,000. Even LinkedIn profiles, I've optimized over 1,000. Okay, so if you want to put it in terms of numbers, you can also put it in terms of numbers. Again, if you have the space, you can also write what we call the value proposition. What are you bringing on the table for this organization? You can always write it there. Okay. Now it all depends on what you need. All right. But the important thing is the bottom line, ensure that you are using keyword, 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 keyword. That is the bottom line. Okay. We are done with the third section of LinkedIn when we are doing the LinkedIn optimization. The other section you need to have a look at is this one, what I call the about section. Now, the About section is basically a summary of who you are. If you are an entrepreneur, which services are you offering? What are some of the achievements which you can show? All right. If you're someone who is looking for a career progression, where are you? Okay. How did it start for you? All right. Now, here are the tips to follow when it comes to writing of your About section. The first thing you need to do is you need to hook people so that they might be interested to learn more about who you are. As you can see for me, my hook was, do you know how it feels to be both a gatekeeper and a guide? Okay, someone will want to know. Okay, what happens? All right. So I've come down here and I've told them I am an HR and I'm a career coach. Therefore, I deal with both the employer and I deal with both the candidate. All right. Now, as HR, what do? I offer all these services. I do talent acquisition, performance management, training and development, HR policies, HR audits, organizational development. That's a part of HR. Now, for you as an entrepreneur, what services do you offer? Come and write them down here. Okay. Now, as a career coach, what do? I do resume writing, I do LinkedIn optimization, I do cover letter writing. I also coach people for interviews. Okay. So therefore, if we have someone who is maybe looking for career progression, they see how I can be of help to them. Okay. Now, I also do AI. Okay. And by the several organizations have reached out to me and have been training the organization on how they can be using AI at their workplace. Okay. Again, I've always been having cohorts training people at individual level. Like last week, last week by part one, I had a cohort about AI training. So if someone needs to learn about it, they can always come to me because they can see I do these things. I am a Gen Z advocate, or rather, not only for Gen Z, but I advocate for importance of including all the generations at workplace because in HR there is something we call DAY, which is diversity, um, inclusion, and equity. All right. So if someone needs someone who can talk about that, they will come here and see, oh my God, so this person can do that one and that one, all right? And then here I've written about my work. And remember, I've always been telling you, you are here to sell. You are here to sell. Whether you are a business person or you are looking for a career progression, you are selling. Therefore, if I am impressed, how can I reach out to you, my friend? That's why you always need to give us your contact information. And that's why, as you can see here, I have written about my contact information. If someone is interested in my services or anything, they can easily reach out to me. Now, we are done with the About section. The other thing we are going to do is the work experience. All right. Now, here at work experience, what happens? Of course, you write your current role. If you are the founder and the CEO of your organization, write it there. Okay. Which organization is that? Is this one? Let me show you an example with mine. All right. So I am the lead consultant and strategic HR. Okay. So that is my title. What is your title? Are you the CEO and founder? Write it there. Now, which organization are you working for? Smart Zen Career Access. Okay. When did you start working for it? It is from July 2023 to present. Okay. Now you can give a brief introduction about the organization. Okay. Like here, as you can see, I've given a brief introduction about what the organization is all about, and then some of the achievements. Now, as you can see, my achievements are in form of numbers. In fact, I've not even updated it. All right. Again, that calls on the importance of always updating your LinkedIn profile. Okay. And very, very important for you to write in terms of numbers. Okay. Now, this is what I always encourage people when it comes to the terms of numbers. You might ask yourself, how do I write in terms of numbers? Okay. Now, let's assume, for example, you are in HR like me. How many people have you recruited in the first quarter of this year? Let's say you have recruited 10 people. Okay. Now, how long did you take to recruit those people? Let's say you took 2 weeks. Earlier on, they used to take 1 month. Okay. So you can say you recruited 10 people in the first quarter of 2026, taking within 2 weeks, which reduced the higher time by 50%, because earlier on they were taking 1 month and now you are taking 2 weeks. That's an achievement, and you've written it in terms of numbers. Now you could be asking yourself, now how does it appear here like that? So you just go to work experience here and you click on addition sign. Now I understand there are people who don't have even that work experience. So you go back here in the introduction part for those of you who don't have the work experience section. All right. So you click where it's written add section like that. Now on that one, we have here what we call the core. Okay. Now we have education, add position. All right. Then you click there where it's written add experience. So here, as you can see, you write your title, employment, is it full-time, is it part-time, is it self-employed, are you a freelancer? The company name, what is it? All right. If you are currently in that role, you can leave it like that. If you are not, then you can remove it. That's let's say if you have left that role maybe in April 2026 or such. Okay. Now, if you have removed it, you've said you are no longer there. Now they'll ask you, when did you start? Okay. So you put in the start month, the month, the year. Okay. Then when did it end? Like that, the location. Now, location is also very important, because for the recruiters who are in-house, they will agree with me that sometimes we also look at locations very, very, we are always very careful. Sometimes we are careful when it comes to locations. Okay. So here you can also add skills, and you can add media related to what you have done. All right. So if you don't have any work experience, or you have never updated your LinkedIn, that is how it goes. That is for work experience. Okay. Now, the other important section as we wind up will be your education section. Now, education section is here. Okay. And again, so what happens in education section? First of all, you write the name of the university, the course you are doing, when you started, and when you'll be finishing. All right. Or when you finished. Like for me here. Again, let's assume you don't have that section of education. Again, you go back here where we have add section like that. Now in add section, we have core. As you can see, it's subdivided into 3 different categories. We have the core here, which is education. Okay, so you will click on add education, and you'll add your education there. For work experience, we have done that one. Add services. So if you offer any services like I do, you are going to click it here. Now let me show you, once you add services, how it will look like. Now it will look like this one here. Can you see here where's written services? Okay, as you can see, I offer resume writing, resume review, human resource, interview preparation, and such. So if someone is interested in these services, they will just come and request for the services. All right. Now we have core, we have career break. If you took a career break, maybe for motherhood or anything, yeah, you also had skills. Okay. Now remember, when it comes to skills, I always encourage people to have technical skills, which will make you to rank higher. Now let me show you when you had those skills, how they will look like. Now, here is how the skills look like. All right. As you can see, for me here, I've written several skills. Now, after you have written skills, you can always ask people to endorse your skills.
Sound going down. Huh?
My sound is going down.
Yes, keep it there now. And
Okay, thank you.
It's already 8:07, so I know you're winding down, right?
Yes, I'm winding up as I said earlier on. Yeah. So therefore, once you have your skills, you can ask people to endorse your skills. All right. And then we have other additional sections which I'll be showing you thoroughly. Which now I understand. Now I know you have got the basics of how it operates. Yeah. So we have the core. We are done with the core. Okay. Then you go to what we call the recommended one. Okay. We have featured ones here. Now here featured is whereby you pin some of the things that you are so much proud of. Let me show you how featured section looks like. Now these are my featured section as you can see here. All right. So these are some of the things that you're so much proud of and you want people to come and see them there. All right. So you can feature them there. Now, the other thing you need to add for recommended one, it could be license and certificates. If you have done a short certificate online or such, that is where you need to add it. If you are working on any project, add it there. Now, you can ask yourself, what's the difference between a course and a certificate? Now, here, most courses are usually related to workplaces you've ever worked in before. Okay. So, like for me, I've been working in Magazine Career Access. If Magazine offered me any training, now I will add it here in courses because LinkedIn will ask you what is it associated with, which organization in your profile is it associated with. Then here again, there is something called recommendations. So you can ask people to recommend you or recommend other people. And it's very, very important. If you've ever worked with anybody, you can always ask them to recommend you and you can also recommend them. If you've ever volunteered anywhere, if you have any publication, patent, honors and awards, test scores, languages, and all those things, you can always add them and you will have your LinkedIn optimized. But LinkedIn optimization is not important. It is important, but what's more important for you is to ensure that you are building a name for yourself, what I call the personal branding. What is personal branding? What do people think about you when they hear your name? Okay. And that's why now content creation comes in. And when I talk about content creation, no, I don't mean that you should be opening your YouTube and telling us, hi, welcome guys to my YouTube channel. You can actually be writing. A good example is even this webinar which we are having right now, it could be a good LinkedIn post for you. You can go and write, what are you learning? And then you can tell us, what do you do? And are you intending to use this information in your career or as a founder of your organization? Okay, let me show you an example. Like for me
No,
here,
Mercy,
yes,
it's 8:10. We always want to finish before 8:15. We
all
can
right,
have
all
it
right,
on time.
all
I
right.
think
That's very okay.
yeah,
That's very okay. My
yeah.
point was after
Mm,
optimization, ensure that you are writing things related to what you do. Because now, if I'm looking for someone who is doing whatever you're doing, obviously you will click on my mind and then I'll give you an opportunity. Now, as a good teacher, I want to give you an assignment. You can go and learn more about LinkedIn headhunting, see how it works. And in case you have any question, you can always reach out to me. I'll be giving my contact on the comment section. Thank you so much for
great.
listening to me. Thank you.
I have put Mercy's contact there. Makau, Maxine Career Axis. You can confirm if that is the right one. And
Yes, yes.
and my friend Japheth, I think we are out of time. We need to close this in 4 minutes. So, but we can wait so that we finish the official part, and then there is always that section of answering questions for people who do not mind to or extend a bit. So you can just wait a little, and then we are going to handle that. Otherwise, Noel, you can pick it up.
Thank you so much, OPP. Thank you. Thank you, Mercy. That was an amazing presentation. And so I call upon Gashoga Kangata, who is going to give the vote of thanks. Kangata.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And also thank you for the honor that I should be giving a vote of thanks, mainly for my friend Mercy. That was an incredible presentation, and we feel that those are the areas that are really progressing, but sometimes we are not aware how far or where we can go for help. Personally, I've actually been a beneficiary of Mercy's help. She has ever shown me how actually to get a good person through the LinkedIn or outsource for human resource silently, as you were saying, through LinkedIn. First is to actually thank everyone for the opportunity and for showing up today. This has always been a very good family, and we feel much delighted. Secondly is also to thank the sponsors for our Power Monday session that has continued to elevate our skills and has continued to show us that within ourselves, we are able to grow and we are able to educate each other and build our skills together. Very much thankful for even the board of Power Monday, led by OPP and the rest, and any other sponsor that might have come in to help on this session. And finally, I want to thank Mercy immeasurably. Mercy, this has been a very good opportunity to give us what is happening and also to show us how we can continue to transition digitally in a very silent way, but in a very impactful way. And I also continue learning because I think the fact that we have been so much busy, we've been, sometimes you find yourself, you don't have time or even ability to pick up this small help. Thank you very much. And a day like today, when actually our loads are also very, very busy with other things, I wish everyone all the best, and may God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kangata. We appreciate, and kindly people, be safe and keep safe. Keep safe. So I call upon Antonia, who is going to give us any announcement from the admin. Antonia, I know I saw you, so I know you're in the house. And even as we're waiting for Antonia, I'm just here to remind you that we are going to have our first children's visit. I think it's in the next 2 weeks. That should be the first Saturday of next month. We're going to have our first children's visit. I know Antonia is going to give us more information on that. And again, there's more information that has been going around on our WhatsApp channels. So kindly, we're asking for your donations in any way. Dry foods, if you can donate cash, if you can give beddings, whatever you can give, kindly, we will really, really appreciate. So, Antonia, I'm waiting for you.
Good morning, Power Monday.
Good morning.
It has been a great session. Thank you so much, Mercy, for that great insights. Yeah, we thought we are well knowledged on this sector, but it was amazing just to know all those things do happen on LinkedIn. Yeah, I trust most of the things that I'm to talk about have already been mentioned, and mine is just to insist that we should put down our names for those who will be going for the children's home visit and start giving our support. Yeah, that is very important because wherever we go to do. It's because you help us with your support. So this is a humble request that you give as the Lord leads. We do not have a specific amount. This one is open. You give what you are able to give so that we can make the visit a success. And also on the dinner, we said we will not wait until it's October for us to start giving and also listing our names. Let's note the seriousness of our host who needs the numbers to be submitted on time. So I would request that before June, let everyone who is supposed to come for the dinner to have submitted. Then we only need 100 people because our hall has a capacity of 100 people only. So if we submit our names on time, we will close on this early, and we will not have last minute adjustments. Yes, so thank you so much. And I still get requests for people to join Power Monday, and we always let us know that you can only join Power Monday once you have attended at least one session. Kindly note, we don't add people to Power Monday because you have requested for them or you have submitted their number. Let them
Power
join
Monday
a session, and that
group.
will be of
Yeah.
help. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Antonia. Thank you so much. I think what you're going to do is